complicated explanation.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, it's not that complicated. So you need cartographer. You need a cartographer artificer because they make maps, and anybody who has a map,
And get a backpack.
Their level 15 feature. I mean, they could come with a backpack, but you got to watch out for the swipers.
Yeah. That you do.
But the cartographer level 15 ability makes it so that anybody whose hit points would be reduced to 0 that's holding one of those maps can blow up the map instead and get teleported to the location of another person who's got one of the maps.
Huh.
At level 11, artificers get the ability to take an item that they could use as a focus and imbue it with the ability to be an on-activation spell. Something from something that they could cast. So cure wounds, guiding bolts, that sort of thing. This is why you need the second artificer, because you need the second artificer to make the magic item that's imbued with fireball. And then you have any person walk into location A and suicide bomb with the fireball, and then teleport away because of the cartographer map.
I mean, that sounds like a way to do it.
Yeah, that's one way to play D&D, I guess. I don't know if that has a home in our game.
We never have much opportunity or need for a suicide bomber.
No, we're killing ourselves too quickly otherwise. So.
Or taking on challenges that we should not be able to face and somehow coming out of it.
This is true.
Okay.
So I showed a buddy at work the Mexican metal band that I said was from now on my fictional character's favorite band. And he countered today. He showed me an Argentinian band, teenagers or young 20s. They're essentially Argentinian Limp Bizkit.
That's funny.
And I'm not mad about it. It's actually a lot of fun.
Well, in their defense, in their day, Limp Bizkit was fun.
Yeah.
Can't say they're lasting or, forever respected, but
I would argue that Limp Bizkit kind of gets a bad rap. Are we live?
We are.
Good. I want to talk about this on air.
Is he going to amend his opinion?
Cue the rant.
Me? No. So, okay. I'm not saying that the subject matter of Limp Bizkit songs is like Nobel Prize worthy or they're not winning Pulitzers or anything for their lyrics. But I will say, it is hard. It would be hard to argue that Limp Bizkit is not lasting. Here we are, almost 30 years after they, and there are songs of theirs that would come on the radio for people, and people are like, "Oh fuck yeah," and they turn it up. They're not, Rage Against the Machine or Pearl Jam or Audio Slave with these like deeply held, political beliefs or whatever. That was never what Limp Bizkit was about. Limp
I mean, he
Bizkit
was pretty clear. He did it all for the nookie, as I understand things.
correct, and he wanted to break stuff.
Exactly.
And he had faith.
I mean, was any of
Yes.
that new metal very much like have a message?
I mean, Korn has some pretty deep songs, but then they also have some pretty shitty songs.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, like I would be hard pressed to say that there's a new metal band out there that is like,
There's
some
no
sort of
Rage Against the Machine
activist,
level.
right? But I will say, Limp Bizkit gets a lot of shit because they're a portion of their fan base is just shitty frat bros.
Well, sure.
But
I mean, their lead singer is basically a shitty frat bro.
correct. But he's also like a really good film director, and that's just a whole other thing. But
Oh, I definitely believe he has gotten better as time has gone on.
yeah,
I just think when he
Oh,
was originally
when he was
popular, it
early
was not-
20s, I mean, okay, Dylan, do you think that you were the best version of yourself when you were 24 or 25?
No, but he didn't strike me as somebody who was out there trying to make, cinema at the time either.
Oh,
It's
well,
just something
absolutely
he's picked up
not.
now
Yeah.
that he's famous. It wasn't like he started out like with that as a goal. It was
Well,
just
yeah.
like, well,
when that
I got
option
money
ran
now, I
out.
can try.
Yeah. I would also say Wes Borland is a generational talent on guitar.
Okay.
Um,
Look, I enjoyed their music. I'm not arguing any
Yeah.
part of this is like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I hated their music. I enjoyed it at
Yeah.
the time in high school.
Yeah, I mean they perfectly encapsulated a moment in time.
They were one of the concerts I've actually been to.
I went to see Summer Sanitarium. I've talked about it before. Huge, amazing,
Family
like
value.
once in a lifetime opportunity to see these bands: Mudvayne, Deftones, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Metallica. Like that's $1,000 concert ticket today.
Right.
I saw it. I mean, it was so expensive. That Summer Sanitarium ticket was $120, but you could easily make the argument that Limp Bizkit put on whatever the best show of that day.
Okay.
I wouldn't, they were amazing.
I've never heard anybody say like, oh my God, Limp Bizkit just was not trying out there. Like,
Right.
I don't think that's been an accusation of anything. They know their music. They play it very well.
Yeah. Their bassist, who regrettably has passed away now, Sam Rivers. He was an inspiration to me. I would say that there are parts of my bass playing that I modeled after Sam Rivers.
Okay.
Partially because, like, he came out, I was already playing bass, I was already doing those. I'm like, oh wow, this guy does things that I do on bass. I like that. Let me see what he's doing. But it's one of those things like, we look back at hair metal today, or even when we were, late teens, early 20s, and we gave hair metal a lot of shit. There are hair metal bands that stood the test of time who have become something more than what they were.
Right.
That's why I think Limp Bizkit is. They are a new metal band. They put out new music. I actually really liked the song "Making Love to Morgan Wallen." I thought it was fucking weird and great.
I have not heard anything new they've put out. I will look up some of it when I get a chance.
"Making Love with Morgan Wallen" was a single. It was a single they put out last year. It is exactly what you would expect Limp Bizkit to be doing in 2025.
Cool. I mean, I love that he was in that like 90s or the movie where they were faking like it was Y2K.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
It was fantastic that he showed up at that. Like that is the perfect place for him to just randomly show up.
Yeah.
Is that Seth Rogen or Seth?
No.
Uh,
This came out like probably 2024, maybe late 23. I don't know. Like I watched it last year, but it was they were joking like it was Y2K, and then like the computers were going crazy type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he shows up in there because they were waiting for him to play a concert or something, and it was supposed to be 1999, so he was at his height.
Yeah, I will say of all the new metal bands, I think it's pretty easy to say there was like the big three of new metal. You had Korn, Limp Bizkit, and Stained as kind of like the three that broke big.
Yeah, I mean, Korn and Limp Bizkit were what I listened to, and then everything beyond that was like on that next tier. So I'm sure
Right.
Stained was fine. It wasn't.
The only one that I would tell you that like I'm okay with listening to them today is Limp Bizkit. Jonathan Davis is a weird dude that has done some very questionable things, a la Anthony Kiedis.
Just say random names. Yeah.
Anthony Kiedis.
I know they're musicians. I just
it's a reference. Yeah. I mean, it's a reference I got.
Anthony Kiedis is the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He is mid to late 50s.
Yeah, I know who it is.
His I don't know if they're married or not, but his current partner is 21, 22.
Yeah.
It's good to see they're still together after all these years.
Yeah. She was like 17.
I mean, she had those rough years in grade school.
I think you're being generous. I thought she was 15.
I don't know. I honestly do not know how old Danny was when all that happened. It was kind of creepy. It was creepy in that Elvis Presley kind of way.
I believe I read 15.
Okay.
And I think that covers us.
Yeah. So, Jonathan Davis has some problems. Aaron Lewis, I'm still trying to understand how he made this hard right turn into his villain arc, but here we are. The right turn was a play on words there, so sorry, not sorry. But I'll.
He's over there. He's over there with Rob Schneider, just complaining.
Yep. And he's also just writing and recording the shittiest fucking country music.
Ew.
Yeah. Aaron Lewis is now a country artist.
What was he? Which band was he?
He was the lead singer of Stained.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, Stained was on the radio, but it wasn't like I didn't know
that wasn't your. Yeah.
I mean, it may have been literally the difference of a couple of years.
Probably. But yeah, I will say I do still listen to Limp Bizkit. I do not listen to the other two.
I mean, I listened to the Korn album a while back, and I'm like, it wasn't.
They came up in a mix of stuff I was listening to at work one day. It woke me up. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah, it's loud and fast and what I needed to listen to wake up at work, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I won't necessarily seek it out, but if I'm just listening to random shit and it comes up, I won't turn it off.
Yeah. That's the only way that I would currently actively listen to Korn. It would have to come on and be one of their songs that I'm like, oh yeah, I don't hate this.
Blind.
So like on a somewhat related aside here, I think it's the Sonic Temple or whatever music festival they have going on down here in like another week or two, this weekend, next weekend.
Last weekend,
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
There was like they were hiring bartenders for the event, and it wasn't posted initially. It was on like for the people invited back for a second round. It was like no face or neck tattoos and no facial piercings. And they're like, who's
For the
going to
people in the
work this
crowd?
event? To be a bartender at that, they're like, oh no, we're going to upset the delicate sensibilities of Cannibal Corpse.
Right. What?
Like, I don't know who they think is going to bartend this event and not have tattoos at least somewhere above where they don't want them.
Well, it's the world where you can say whatever you want because it's okay to be prejudiced against somebody because you want to.
But like, we're not at a Barry Manilow concert. It's fucking
doesn't matter. The promoter doesn't listen to the music. Probably barely knows the name of the band or the owner.
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean, some of
venue
them
or
were
whatever.
real hard to read because everybody's like, "What's the most unreadable font I could possibly use for my band name?" And
Believe
that's
me.
what they've gone with now.
That guy I work with that wanted me to do the art for his arcade machine had me use a bunch of those bands logo, Cannibal Corpse, and all that crap. And a lot of them I had to recreate because all I could do was provide me with JPEGs. But yeah, it was a nightmare to make those logos or even recreate them.
That's why I was always so proud of the 446 logo I made. Simple, not hard to read.
I think the best one I've done is the Foolish Media one. It's lasting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was funny. We had the like spring choir concert. Because they just got a lot of different choir type things. So one of them was singing like all like 98 to 2002 versions of songs. Like it was like a medley, but it was like, Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and that type of stuff in there. And it was just weird because I'm like, this is like when you were in high school. I was talking to Amber, like when you were in high school and they were singing like the Bee Gees.
Yep.
Like all of this music came out almost a decade before these children were born.
Yep.
How's it any different than them singing hymns at the Christmas concert?
Well, because they choreographed the music or they choreographed the moves along to it. It wasn't like they just stood up there and sang it. Like they did a whole whatever with it. But yeah, I don't know. It was just funny that was where they decided to focus on.
Yeah. But hey, I've been falling deep down the Mexican metal scene. That's been fun. I'm learning all kinds of shit about Mexican metal. I don't think I was prepared to learn everything that I've learned.
What's the weird part?
They still learn
the weird parts.
Steel industry.
It's the biggest surprise so far.
Cartel stuff, or
well, not just the cartel stuff. Like, there's just like Mexico has a music culture that just has like weird subgenres within the music that the United States will never have. It's kind of weird, kind of refreshing. I am truly enjoying everything that I've had a chance to learn and listen to. It's I'm having a good time.
Cool.
All right. Well, if you want to throw together a playlist, I can follow it someday.
Yeah, I will. I've added a few
if you're doing this much research, then you may as well
might
throw
as
together
well.
a playlist.
Yeah, I've added a few of them to other playlists that I have, but I have been looking at maybe I need to make a South American playlist for some of this stuff because I'm just finding a lot of weird shit.
I keep seeing ads for Spider-Man Noir, and I finally seen an ad that actually has a date. It's supposed to be
Next
May
week.
27th. May 27th.
Really?
Is this the Nick Cage one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. Which is
Yes.
just
Oh,
strange to me, but
And
I'm okay.
it is. I was reading something that said not necessarily for kids.
Correct.
well, it is noir.
It is
Yeah,
aimed
it's
at a much. It features Man Spider.
Yes. Which is, God, that's such a weird fucking character.
body horror.
Yeah, I mean the only thing more upsetting than that is, I mean, Spiders Man is pretty out there too.
Is that the one that's just composed of like billions of spiders?
Yes,
just
it's a suit
wearing
filled
a
with
coat?
spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all they are telepathically bonded.
Wow. This seems exactly like the type of thing I'd want Nick Cage in.
Yeah.
Is it cartoony or is it?
No, it's live
It's
action.
live
No,
action.
it's live
and,
action.
and it will be available in both black and white and color.
I think I have to go with black and white,
I do as well.
just for respect of the character, because that was such a part of his. I mean, my big uh, experience with him is obviously Spider-Verse, so him being obsessed with the Rubik's cube and not understanding the different colors and stuff, that I can't betray that. So,
Sure. I will take
and
your word for that.
I loved Werewolf After Dark in the black and white version. That was awesome. And this kind of feels along those lines. I mean, as far as the cinematography and approach, let's do it for the artistic value of black and white.
Curious question. Has anybody watched The Punisher?
Yes,
Oh, does that come?
Was-
Has that come out?
last
It's
week.
out, yeah.
Oh, I missed
Yeah.
it.
What
I
did
didn't
you
even
think?
finish Daredevil yet. So
I thought it was really good.
Okay. I loved it, but I readily admit I have a bias.
I thought that I thought that it was fantastic character work.
Yes.
And absolutely fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I can't see anybody else in that role.
No. No.
well, he's going to be in the Spider-Man movie. So
I'd say it's his until he doesn't want it to be his.
yeah,
And I am on board with that plan.
his chemistry with Charlie Cox is pretty fantastic. So
Yeah.
yeah, even away from him in his solo season, he was great. So yeah, I really like him as that character. He has so much of Shane in him, which is the actor, but it fits so much better with Frank Castle in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's just the anger, the rage. You can just feel it boiling up whenever you talk to him about anything.
Yeah.
It's ever present.
Yes.
I also found it an interesting stylistic choice that there were several extended scenes where like the only noises he's making are just like guttural roars.
Yes. I felt like that was such a nod, a positive nod to some of the comics, War Journal. There was a lot of just pages of panels of Frank screaming as he's just emptying magazines. I think War Journal was probably the most known for that.
Those were kind of look backs, right? They weren't happening currently. The War Journal. They like
it was not
him like retelling mission past.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not a like, oh, this is it was not in time with the Punisher or the Punisher War Zone.
Continuity.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was never a huge Punisher fan, but I was aware of what was going on, I guess. My brother-in-law was a huge fan, so my sister's first husband was crazy Punisher fan. So I'd have to listen to him rant about it all the time.
So last night I went to trivia at the Phoenix. One of the trivia categories was Batman villains.
Okay.
By actor.
Ooh.
Okay. There were two that I didn't get, and they were both obscure, and they were both from the '60s TV show. So I'm going to give.
Wasn't the guy that played Joker's first name Caesar or something like that?
Yeah, it was Caesar Romero.
Caesar. Yeah.
Because he wouldn't even shave his mustache; he just painted over it.
Yeah.
So the first clue for the first one I missed. He was in the 1960s TV series. The villain was only in 2 episodes ever, and it was portrayed by Roddy McDowall using a large bald head prosthetic.
Eggman.
You're really close.
Like Egghead.
Yes, Egghead. I thought I knew a lot of comic stuff. Had no idea what that one was. I'm like, I've never fucking heard of this. Egghead? What?
Yeah, well...
I mean, when you mentioned that, I immediately thought of Leader, and I'm like, well, I'm assuming they had a version of that somewhere.
The thing that reminded me was that the random trivia around that was that Egghead was only in a couple of episodes.
Yes.
Which makes that villain stand out.
I thought it was Brainiac. I was like, that was the only one that came to mind for me.
Oh, no, that would have been way too before Brainiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brainiac's more Batman or Superman.
Superman, right. But yeah, I was like, man, I don't know any of this one. And then the other one was also only in a few episodes in the 60s. The hint was he is a fan favorite amongst librarians and library staff. His look was a brown leather suit meant to look like a bookend? I don't remember the actor that played it.
The actor was what the question was, or?
Yeah, you had to. No, they were giving you the actor's name, and you had to give the villain name.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember the actor that they mentioned. It was not one that I was like, oh yeah. Anybody want to hazard a guess as to what the name of this villain would be?
The
Sadly,
encyclopedia.
I think I might need the actor name to make the guess, but that's okay.
Okay, well, let me.
No,
I will see if I can
it's
find it.
it's okay. I'm good with just accepting that I don't for now.
I'm gonna guess the poet.
Oh, I'm sorry. This was the one played by Roddy McDowell. Shit. Where's the other one?
I didn't know either of them. Like I don't know who that is. So.
Oh, that's right. The other one was played by Vincent Price. Vincent Price played Egghead.
Okay. That confused me. All right. Roddy McDowell, he wasn't King Tut, was he?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know.
Bookworm.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just throwing shit against the wall for a good portion of the time there.
I was like, yeah, I've never fucking heard of this villain.
You know what always bugged me about the 60s Batman Adam West shit? Is when somebody punched somebody and it said bang. Like, that's a gun. That's what bugged me as a little kid.
That's where they lost you?
Yeah, that's where they lost me.
Wow.
It annoyed me that was the sound name. I mean, crack, pow, boom, all that, cool. What the fuck is bang? What did it? Was there a quota? Did you have to have so many words?
Nice.
I feel like in the Joker episodes, they should have made like the most random words in there, just like squish, squawk.
Oh yeah.
Like that would have been a fun Joker theme to do.
It was that was a fun category, mainly because everybody on the team just like shut up and let me think.
Mm-hmm. What were the other ones? Like Jim Carrey. Oh, who did he play?
Jim Carrey and the other people played the Riddler. Obviously, Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, and Joaquin Phoenix. Listen, I like the first Joker movie.
Yeah, I don't usually go out of my way for DC movies. So.
I watched the first Joker movie when it hit HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed it. Can't say that the second one was as good.
You're just saying that Joaquin Phoenix Joker, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The second one had Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn or something, right?
Yes. The problem is they also decided it needed to be a musical.
The fuck?
Well,
not even joking. Like not a Joker movie with music in it, a literal music.
Somebody just didn't want to work in movies anymore. I'm like, this will get me fired.
I mean, it does kind of feel like that kind of Joker level of like, let's just be batshit crazy.
I mean, I'd be fine if it was a movie, and when you're in someone else's perspective or someone else's view, it was normal. But when it was his view, it was a musical because he's fucking crazy. But you can't give me 2 hours of a musical. No, it's not 1940 anymore.
I mean, I contend you could if you did well enough with it.
Yeah, but
I doubt they did well enough with it.
No, they did not. It was not good.
I believe the box
Yeah,
office
I
reflected
didn't-
that as well.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I know it was not getting great reviews when I saw like the first 2 weeks of reviews, and I doubt that many people saw it and gave it a better review after that. But
I did not review it. Kind of wish I would have. Because wow, it was just that bad. I think my team, we came in fourth. I think we could have had a chance of placing had it not been for the third category of the night, which was all Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton song lyrics, and you have to provide the title of the song.
how many teams were there?
11.
this is when you need a Karen Warren on your team. She probably would have known them.
I mean, to be fair, you kind of do need to have a spaced out team of people because there's plenty of teams that knew the Dolly Parton songs that didn't know shit about Batman.
Correct. We won the Batman category for sure. We got 9 out of 11 points that were available on that.
I shall never
Because-
forget that.
Yeah. My son will never forget that.
Was he there?
No, but he knew I was going. I told him how we did, and I think it's because of the age of Aiden. He is, I don't want to say obsessed because that oversells it, but that kid has a deep, abiding fascination with 9/11, including terrible 9/11 jokes that no normal person has.
Christ. Oh, has he met Dylan?
I mean, I can send you some of the 9/11 shit that I've sent to my son in the chat.
Yep.
And
No, that's
do
okay.
it.
okay.
Fill it up.
I mean,
Dylan
I
needs
do
it.
very much enjoy the jokes.
Because I've got one. I've got one I've been sitting on.
Okay.
I'm not doing it now. We're live.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like, okay, well, if you've got one.
You tease. Hey,
So how do I?
what was the other categories? So Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, not a fan.
Done it. Yeah. The first one was trick or funny question and answers. Trick question, as in the original Friday the 13th movie, the first one, how many of the 10 characters who died on screen were killed by Jason Voorhees?
Is it none? Because it was his mom?
That is correct.
I haven't actually seen the movie, but I thought I heard that fact.
Yes. The first movie is his mom
they
getting
brought it
revenge.
up in Scream.
Yeah.
That was where the trick question was from.
Yeah.
Or possibly other places too, but
Yeah. So there's the trick question category. There was the Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton. Oh, there was the deep dive. It was a category all about Seinfeld, Friends, and The Office.
okay. I'd probably do okay there, but
Yeah.
There's definitely obscure things that I'd be like, oh no, I didn't pay attention to that.
I would have crushed any Friends question, and it makes me sad to say that.
Yeah, that was where we fell apart. Kesley doesn't love. She's watched The Office with my wife a bunch. I've watched The Office, so we were good there.
I've seen a lot
one
of
of the
Friends, but I don't know if I would remember everything. I don't know. Were they really obscure questions, or was it like if you
okay
watched it, you would have known?
here in season 3, Joey and Rachel exchange their favorite books
Oh.
and spoil the ending for the other.
Little Women and The Shining.
And he keeps it in the freezer.
Yep.
Yes. They said 1976 horror movie. I'm like, or horror novel. I'm like, okay, well, that's got to be The Shining.
He
But
keeps trying to read it, and every time he starts to read it, he gets terrified again, and he puts it back in the freezer.
Okay.
And then the joke is she actually puts it in the freezer too.
Yeah, I have never watched a full season of Friends, so I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking know this shit. We got a point because we got The Shining, because that 1976 horror novel was the one that it was like, oh, okay. Well, it's.
I remember the episode. I don't know that I would have remembered both those book titles. I mean, I don't know if there was another part to the question.
They're so
no, it was
popular
name
books that it was easy to remember.
The other thing was, he didn't tell you like, oh, well, Joey's favorite book is the horror book and Rachel's favorite book is the 1800s book. Like, it was just,
but they
these
give you
are the two
1800s.
books. Yeah, they gave you 1800s. 1860s coming of age tale. We guessed Huck Finn.
Yeah, okay.
Because
I mean, I might have been able to get Little Women because that would have been like the stereotypical thing if you're just thinking up a girl's book that you would have. Yeah.
But I didn't know that Joey's book, that it was Joey that had the horror book. We were trying to figure out, like, well, sure.
What would a young boy be reading? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Trying to think, what other.
I would have been there for you with the Seinfeld stuff. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say for the Friends, because you'll be there for him.
Yeah.
Bravo.
I was bridging that joke. Yeah.
I thought he was going there, and then he said for the Seinfeld, and I'm like, maybe he didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. I do not find Jerry Seinfeld to be funny.
I know you hate Seinfeld, so I
haven't watched it much lately, but yeah, there was, when it was like all in syndication all the time, like we watched so much of that because once again, all three of those shows are very much like, you make those jokes, people understand them because enough people have seen them all. It doesn't work so well nowadays because I don't think anybody in the last 20 years has been watching Seinfeld that wasn't already watching it before.
Yeah.
Right. And then
people are still watching Friends.
The other category, I think, the final category was what things are made of.
Oh.
Okay.
The
molecules for everything.
No. The
questions.
filament of an incandescent bulb.
Tungsten.
Correct.
Is it tungsten?
Yeah. The primary.
That's what it would have.
The primary material in drywall.
Asbestos? Well, probably not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Gypsum?
Correct.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm trying to think of the rock name because I know they do call it gypsum board.
Yep. Yeah. It was questions like that. We did really good on that one.
Like a lot of those, I feel like I can narrow it down to 3 and I just need somebody else to pick of those 3. Because I mean, that's, if they're good trivia questions, they really should be like, I have a general idea of what this might be, and then you just need somebody to help you on the rest.
Right. Yeah. We so last night it was myself, a friend of mine from the technical team at work, our former accounting controller, and Kez. So it was a good time. Huh.
Yeah, I did trivia way back for a while there, and it was like you really got to have people that you want to go do it with, and I
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I used to do
that
it with
was
some
like
people I work with.
that was right when my kids were young enough that like I could get away for 2 hours, and then it became I'm not keeping up with this, and then once COVID hit, I was like, all right, well, I'm not
Yeah.
going to bars.
Yeah, so when I started at Bendon, there were some people that went and they invited me, and I started going. I had to give
I
up on
am.
them when they insisted that the dog from Cujo was a Saint Bernard or a German Shepherd, and I'm like, no, it's a Saint Bernard. And I go, no, those
Yeah.
dogs are so happy, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with you people.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter if it's a happy dog. It was a
It's a
fucking
big
Saint
fucking
Bernard.
that was
dog.
the rabies part.
Yes. Yeah. Normally we have like 3 or 4 people from work that go, but they all had the kind of shitty week that I normally have, so it was just me and one other person from work, and it's a good time though. You know, go down to the Phoenix, drink some beer, answer some trivia questions. It's a good time. And I get to use just an absolutely, completely inappropriate name for my team. So
The hanging chats.
no, turtle necklace.
I don't know.
I think the worst name we chose was Plan B Resistors.
Wow. So,
Well, there was always
wow.
a contest every week who had the some people use the same name every week, and then there was a vote at the end like who had the best name this week, kind of thing. So we were always trying to come up with shocking or funny ones.
So, Dylan, you have to think about where I work, what we make.
Okay.
Then think of litter and trash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if you were doing a turtleneck joke and then something else, or
Nope.
okay, turtleneck.
Nope.
Okay. Well, but I mean, yeah, I guess that works very much for your company. It doesn't.
Yes.
If you aren't trying to win an award for best, because like I don't know that everybody else gets the joke unless there's like a logo, but
No logo, but 3
it
of
was
the
just for you
teams.
guys.
Yeah, 3 of the teams that were there are people I work with.
Oh, okay.
Well, that I don't work with is a stretch. Let me rephrase.
You're
They
at
are
the same
people
company.
Yes, we are all at the same company.
That's the one like right by your house, right? Or was that the one downtown?
It's the one downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one by your house is a red fox, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's that is the neighborhood bar that I enjoy going to. But not too early and not too late.
Well, next time you have trivia, try Plan B Resistors. See if that gets you any.
I think you said there's no award for it, so.
Oh, no, damn it. Never mind.
I will bring that up to the a deeply religious Catholic person on my team and see if they're okay with it.
Cool. One way to
I
get that guy
mean-
off your team.
It's a girl, so
they've
Yeah.
been resisting Plan B since the invention of it. So
Yeah. It could be just the fastest swimmers.
could be.
Let them infer
Could be.
what that means. Oh, I have a freaking stitch in my back, like right, like between my shoulder blades and like maybe 2 vertebrae up. It just will not. Went over to the in-laws' house and lugged some shit around, and I think I didn't lift with my legs.
Well, I mean, it's really hard when you're 900 feet tall and 900 years old. I'm sure lifting with your legs gets hard.
Does make it quite a journey to get down there. Yeah.
yeah, I pulled my neck muscle nerd fighting this weekend. So
Nerd fighting.
LARPing.
Oh.
Trying to
What
get a
class
couple
you rolling as?
Barbarian.
Okay.
I use Nomen as my name. Like, you have to pick a name. There was no reason to think up a new one when I'm already used to that one. So, Barbarian, eventually some warrior, maybe try some other stuff, but I'm not here to learn spells. I'm here to swing swords.
So I'm assuming
that
then
sounds
that,
like Nomen.
yeah. I'm assuming that you're doing this in the hometown area.
Yep. There's a park there.
Huh.
Oh, it was funny because like there's a like shelter area. Like it's like Griggs Reservoir Park, whatever. There's a shelter area there, but
It's apparently so good he had to leave.
It's blowing up right now.
Either that or they got to him before he could spill the secret.
Yeah.
That's
I
probably
swear
what
9
it was.
o'clock every week. Yeah, there's a shelter down there in the park, and that was in use, so we couldn't use that. There's like a tree in the middle that we all just kind of set up shop under. But there was like a birthday party going on, and then they were setting up some kind of weird like tables with like tablecloths and like a weird little arch thing. Like it looked like they were having some kind of like ethnic wedding in the middle of the park too. So it's just birthday party, ethnic wedding, bunch of dudes with foam swords. So we're in the background of probably plenty of photos, and I think it's hilarious.
I love that for you guys. That sounds like a good time.
I mean, to be fair, there were quite a few women there. It's just most of them were there for the crafting portion.
So is this still something that you're doing with the kids?
Yeah, like I just got back into it after like I last went in like August. It's just we've been so fucking busy, but I wanted to get a couple in before Origins because that is kind of what we do at Origins now.
Gotcha.
And so I'm gonna help out more with it. Like I mean, you remember like the hallway, like the big open areas that they used to have, like they had the authors used to be in one of those types of things.
Yep.
Like it was in one of those, and now they're in the ballroom, like as you get to the bottom of the elevators and look to the left.
Yeah.
Like if you're coming in off the street, it's that ballroom, like where we played Doomtown. They've gotten that ballroom to LARP this year because they had, I mean, it was for the 4-day, like the turnstile was over 2,000 people last year.
Just for LARPing?
Yeah. Which, a couple hundred a day, 500 a day, basically type of thing.
That's
they were literally
impressive.
down to everybody has to only use one sword because we don't have enough. and everybody brought their own that actually does it, and they had about 40 or 50 loner swords, and between everything they had there, they were still down to one sword. Like, we've had 40, 50 people on the field at any given point sometimes throughout the weekend. So
Wow.
So you just go out there and
yeah,
beat each other with foam swords?
effectively.
Okay.
And a lot of them are children, so you get to really just, I mean, you
Sweep
can
the
tell
field,
throughout the
yeah.
weekend which kids are kind of dicks, and then, you know, you go easy, you go easy, you go easy, and they're like, all right, well, red shirt's fucked because he's been an asshole all weekend, and
Yeah, it's
then, you know,
Sunday,
you
so
work your way into it.
payday. Yeah.
Friday afternoon, you know all the kids that are going to be a problem, and you just don't pull your punches as much.
Huh.
They signed a waiver.
Yeah, they did. They signed a waiver to let that kid's dad hit him really hard with a foam sword.
Yep.
Bopper.
Hey, you know, whatever.
There was one in the park here in Ashland once. We were down there, and it was like maybe 18, 24 people. And my favorite was the guy. He just had like a pouch on his hip, and it was full of tennis balls with streamers stuck in them.
Spell balls.
And he was casting fireballs and shit at people. I'm like,
Yep.
okay, he's not gonna have those all day.
Hmm.
And then there
Yeah,
was
I had
somebody with a
to.
bow and arrow with a. I mean, I'm like, that's still got to be dangerous because it
Yep.
was a bow and arrow, but it's a big foam, you know, thing at the end of it. And I'm like, it's still gonna hurt if it hits somebody, right?
I literally had to buy my kid a cup this week because he got hit in the balls with an arrow.
Yeah.
He also has a bow and arrow.
Okay.
And so he was on one side, the other guy was on the other side, and they were just firing at each other. And yeah, I mean, you can control it some, but only so much. So
Yeah.
Wow.
he took
What
a
is is the shaft
square in the
like
nuts.
plastic or?
They're regular arrows. You take the tip off, obviously, and then you, I forget what exactly are, but like there's whatever the core is, and then there's at least a half inch of foam all the way around it,
Yeah.
and then they wrap it in like a cloth, different colored cloth for different, you know, poison arrows or regular arrows or whatever.
I
So
learned
yeah,
something new.
there's only a couple of people. Like my kid wanted to do it, so he has a couple. One other guy does it as like his third option, and then there was another guy who did it like as his first option. But yeah, there's not a lot of people that do the arrows.
It sounds like
Because you do
that's a
actually
real
have to have skill.
commitment.
Yeah, I mean, anything you want to do, there's a whole. You've got to be able to have the right equipment for it, and
I want to build 2 kite shields. Just go in there like Captain America and Wakanda and just punch people with them.
well, you're only allowed to have one shield, and there's no
That's some
shield bashing.
bullshit.
Because if there was shield bashing, I would absolutely just be
You would be a
like
king.
a paladin or a knight, and I would just go in there and shield bash the shit out of people. I'd have the full length shield, and
Yeah, tower
we'd be
shield.
rocking.
Yeah, go for it. So no shield bashing. That's illegal.
Right. I've got what's considered a medium shield.
So are there clerics, people running around the battlefield like healing people that got injured, or?
Yep. Pretty much any of the standard classes for D&D exist.
Cool.
Okay. So how do you know how many hit points you have?
You get hit in the arm, you can't use that arm.
You don't really have a certain number of hit points. Like you get hit in the arm if you're not wearing armor, which most people are not, unless you're a warrior or, you know, you can wear like a basic stuff.
Yeah.
No armor. If you get hit in the arm, you lose your arm. Hit leg, you lose your leg. If you take 2 limb shots or 1 body shot and there's no armor, then you're dead.
Huh.
And then there's just a lot of games where you're just doing whatever and then resetting. Or some of the games end up being like you run back to base and it's a 15-second count, then you come back in, or 30-second count, come back in.
Interesting.
So it just depends on what the rules are.
Are there obstacles? Is it like a paintball kind of field where there's walls and stuff you can hide behind? Or?
There's nothing tall. Like it depends. Like there's battle games, so they set it up a certain way, and like they'll put cones down, or they look like the little like soccer football things you'd like, weave back and forth through, those types of cones. So they have those, and some of them will say like, okay, well this represents water, or this represents whatever, or this is a tower, so you can't fire through it, based on how they set it up and what it is. But it's all just cones on the ground. It's not anything that's tall enough to trip over.
That's cool.
Because to drag out like large barricades into the park would be real hard to do.
Now, this is both the boys?
No.
Okay.
My other kid would get bored too quick, or get hit once and be pissy the whole time. Like, yeah.
So which one does Huxley? Or
Huxley, yeah. He plays like an assassin, and so he's got the bow and arrow, and somebody made him some special balls that look like juggling balls, so he can be a jester, and they count as a hit if he throws the ball and hits somebody with him.
Okay.
So he's got a flavor in mind that he's going with, and that's what he likes.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So as long as he likes doing that, we'll keep doing that. And I mean, everybody out there is really nice. So it's not, I mean, I read it online with some of the other ones, like, oh yeah, this guy in the park's really big of a dick, and like, we're always arguing about this, this, and this. And it's like, yep, we got none of that.
That's awesome.
Like, they've been there close to 20 years, I think, now.
Wow.
Like, it's been ongoing at that park for a long time.
Build a community and then protect it. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, most of them are, well, they're all over the place, from like my kids. Sometimes somebody will bring a younger person along, but 12 is about the minimum, and all the way up to people in their 50s.
Yeah, as long as everybody's playing by the same rules and realize it's just for fun. Let's go.
Yeah, no, everybody's cool. There's nobody that's a big dick that's like, I'm just gonna hit everybody because I'm mad today. Like, they'll sort that shit out right away.
I'm here because my dad didn't love me. Take this.
Right. Nope. Didn't have to worry about that.
Oh, cool. I know LARPing has been a joke in a lot of circles. It's like the punchline of things.
Right.
So it's cool that, I mean, as the world turned geek, I think it became not so abused. And really
I mean,
flourished.
with the number of people that play D&D now and everything else, it's kind of like, yeah, you can get away with it. It's just nerds that don't mind exercise.
Nicole has gotten her book club at work to work their way through the Dungeon Crawl Carl series.
I was going to try and listen to the book on tape of that, I think. Just
putting it out there for how mainstream it's kind of gotten.
Right. There's an RPG coming out for it, or
I backed it on
tabletop RPG.
I backed it on BackerKit. It was the most funded gaming campaign in history.
Yeah.
Wow.
13 million.
Really? Holy shit.
Yeah, I keep telling you, it's a really cool world, and you would like it.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
Good things about it. I literally.
I don't have the access to it.
My brain don't read.
But I absolutely backed it because if it's a world that I could play in, I want to. Because
Isn't it aliens come down and basically turn the world into a role-playing game?
more or less. And for
Okay.
the first 2 floors of this dungeon, you're just a person. I mean, you've got skills
What
based
you're
off of
carrying. Yeah.
you've got skills based off of what your person had, but you don't pick a race and class until and unless you make it to the 3rd floor. So it's got elements of like DCC.
Okay. Yeah. So the first 2 levels are the 0 level, or first 2 floors are
The
0 level.
they call them the tutorial levels.
Yeah.
Where you sort of are learning the game mechanics, but then
What's it called? The
it's like
DCC
the
grinder?
nigh infinite race and class combinations, and like in the book, the cat, her class is former child actor,
Okay. Okay.
which honestly is a class I think you would really like, Raymond. So it's like every floor, that class's gimmick is that every floor it's given a list of classes that you can be for the floor.
Okay.
Each of those classes have special abilities and whatnot, and if you are able to train them up while you're on that floor, then you keep it when you move to the next floor.
Oh, cool.
So you could keep abilities from one class and end up with another later, and have just some wild combinations. But
Sounds
it seemed like the fun kind of chaos that you'd be into.
So is this
Yeah.
is the backer part an RPG then, or?
It was a dual campaign. It was for both an RPG and a card game.
Okay.
But the card, it's all sorts of like established stuff. Like it's Renegade Games, which is a fairly large company, fairly well known at the
Definitely
very
heard
least.
of them. Yeah.
And so it was them, and then the card game is Unstoppable, which you guys don't need to have heard of. I hadn't heard of it before this either, but it apparently is a thing that exists and is somewhat popular.
When's the ETA on the stuff?
It's supposed to start delivering as early as end of October.
Okay. Is it just fun then, or has it been a
Yeah,
long time,
it just funded.
Okay.
It was weird. The end of the campaign kept getting drawn out because on BackerKit they have something where if you can do like social media sharing, it'll extend the end time. So there was a point where I watched it. It sat at 10 minutes for 45 minutes.
Okay. I mean,
because because people just kept sharing feature. It, and I found out later that through the social sharing they drug it out like an extra 24 hours.
Wow.
I like that as an option.
But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just it's really cool. It's a fun world.
Yeah, I think one of the things that made me shy away from it just for the fact that I don't have it available because it's not on like library audiobooks. You have to go through Audible or something. Is the dungeon sounded a lot like my property, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, we did it first
subliminally. Yeah,
we did it first. I've already had that paranoid thought. I started checking creation times and whatnot, and we were We were easily, we'd been doing it well before we were doing anything publicly with it. And our first public stuff was easily 6 months ahead of his.
All right.
So
Are you talking us playing D&D or the strip?
I'm talking us doing well. The strip, the strip is a definitive thing, but anything that we were doing publicly, we were doing before he started releasing any part of Dungeon Crawl
Cool.
Carl. So
let's get our lawsuit ready.
So
well, because I mean, we didn't do.
While there are some similarities, there are plenty of differences.
Yeah. Mine takes place in a world. That one is taking our world into that place.
Yeah. But I mean, we didn't start doing the weird version of our own world until you had already started the comic. So.
Yeah. Well, I had that adventure where I decided, hey, let's do it in the dungeon, and then had you guys start at level 1, and you went to the next level. You're level 2, and that went on for
a campaign.
I think we were like level 7 or 8 when we traded hats, and somebody else DM'd for a little.
That seems about right.
So yeah, that was
I was in the shower today, and it occurred to me that it has been a long time since I've made you guys suffer through a Horatio Haversham adventure.
Yes.
It is.
I mean, in years it has been, but like, wasn't that only like 2 sessions ago for you?
It wasn't the last adventure he ran.
No, I know that, but like, I thought it was only like 2 sessions ago for him, which is still, a year and a half more.
The last time was with the mimics and the kobolds, right? Last time we did it.
God, I don't remember. I remember the last one ended up not working out anywhere near the way I had hoped.
That's the nature of the beast.
I feel like that was the last one, and I think the one before that was the one with the airship.
Oh, I forgot about the airship. The one that sticks in my mind is the one with my orc barbarian that read weight, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm like 230.
Oh, the one with all the puzzles.
Yeah, and he read that scratching on the wall that said wait, which meant wait a minute, and he took it as we had to put a certain amount of weight on the center because he's an idiot, because I rolled him specifically to be a moron. Which is now, after this campaign we're doing right currently, is, I think, something I'm going to strive to do with every character we play from now on.
What is
roll into
who's
the
doing
flaws.
the next one?
I don't know.
Wait, I know that we had talked about possibly going back to the kids.
There was that possibility as well, yes.
And if we went back to the
I
kids,
have an idea.
And if we went back to the kids, you had said we would level up and could rearrange levels and classes.
Yes, you could.
And whatnot.
We could. You could
rebuild.
I think
completely.
race, probably not, but swapping level, class levels and stuff. Yeah, do a little.
Okay.
Like they've learned some from their experience and have broadened their understanding of the dungeon.
I'm good either way. Like I do enjoy the making the random characters, but I had an idea for one of the characters that I'm going to do at some point. I just wasn't sure when that was going to be.
Well, honestly, if you wanted to change class, I mean, the kids went in as children and manifested as adults. Who's to say what that adult looks like?
No. This was a whole separate,
I said we keep the
unrelated to
names.
that type of thing that I wanted to do. So rather than convert.
I would love to see Hatch play a turtle or something, and jump off a balcony thinking he can still fly. Say, oh shit, that's right, and bounce his shell down a set of steps or something. That'd be funny. So is that what we're doing? Is that the next one?
Well, I don't think we decided. I was just checking. Because
unless
mine is
something
less
goes
like I want
wild,
to play
it'll
this
be
class and I
Spoon.
just want to play this joke. Is what my next one is.
Oh, okay.
You said unless something goes wild, it'll be soon.
Yeah, that will be switching.
Okay.
We're nearing the end of your fever dream.
Yeah, I guess if that's what you want to call it.
Well, I know we're going to dinner later, I think.
Yes. Tonight you should be going to dinner.
I have a minor
Stroke.
lore. I'm trying to pick my words carefully. Bone to pick with you over some narrative choices you made, sir.
Oh?
Or one, and it's less an inclusion and more of an exclusion.
Okay.
There's exactly zero mention of August. They
The
arrived
robot
together.
fighter.
They arrived on the scene together.
That is correct.
August arrived on his fucking back.
That is correct.
C-3PO style, wasn't it?
Because
Arolo
was heroic enough to carry him.
That is correct.
How much Arolo have we seen other than like we've been in the world, but it wasn't like we followed the story.
Yeah. Arolo's been absent for most of the Arolo story.
Right.
Uh-huh.
For a point, yeah.
It's like we're on the Arolo stage, but like hasn't exactly been Arolo there the whole time.
Yeah, his call time hasn't up yet.
True.
There's a few things left to
be unveiled.
Yeah. Not a ton of things left.
Help it.
Yeah.
Let's not go over there.
Yeah. It's been some interesting things. Man, people do weird shit online.
That's what the online is for.
I don't know about what it's for, but that's what it's devolved to.
I was sent a video by one of my children of somebody, air quotes here, making a solid body guitar.
Okay.
So when you think about like the most common guitars out there, there's the Fender Stratocaster, the Gibson Les Paul. Those are like the two iconic things. The Fender Strat is generally everything under the pick guard is routed out, and everything is just attached to the pick guard. Well, this leaves hollow cavities in the body of the guitar between the pick guard and the body. This person is literally filling that cavity with concrete.
Why?
Okay.
I was sent this and
They are
told I
delivering on
would.
the promise of a
'Cause he-
solid body.
Wow,
Because he
the,
wants
Yes.
to be swole? What?
I have
The-
so many problems with this video.
the oft-touted acoustic qualities of concrete.
I mean,
Yeah, I think they're using the TikTok version of acoustic in this one.
yeah. Man, that I don't know why I checked my Facebook messages to see what my kids sent me. That's distressing me.
Well, it's good to know they can still do that.
Yeah, they're pretty good at it still. But hey, under 4 months away from a wedding, so I'm happy.
Still on track?
Still on track.
I mean, I'm not exactly worried, but at the same time, like,
I mean, the only
surprised before.
thing that would derail this is a medical emergency for her father.
Sure.
That is a legitimate fear at this
Aren't
point.
they kind of racing the clock to get that done anyway? Like, wasn't that
Pretty much, yeah.
part of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's kind of
Even
gotten
with
to
an
a point
emergency,
where
I think they'd kind of want to push ahead.
yeah, I can think of a very narrow window of time where something could happen and postponing would be feasible.
A realistic option, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We gotta
That's
go 2 weeks from this weekend to go pick out suits. Yay.
Is there a theme or anything that they're going with, or is it
Nope,
LARPing.
just
Just a
colors.
wedding?
Yep, just a wedding. A very small, very intimate, less than 50 person wedding.
Yeah, I've got more than 50 people in my immediate family, so.
Right.
It was funny when Amber's like, well, I just want a small wedding. I'm like, just the aunts and uncles is going to push it close to 50 people, and that's before we do all the other people that my mom needs to invite because she had to go to all theirs.
Yeah. Yeah, this is basically parents, siblings. I think that's it. Parents,
Seems all right.
siblings. Well, I guess aunts and uncles on Deck's side. I don't know if Molly's gonna have aunts and uncles there or not. But it's basically just me and my children, Dina, my sister, her kids and husband, my mother-in-law, and I think that's the totality of the groom side. It's a very, very, very small wedding. But they are going to have like all the extra things, for a wedding. They're going to have all that shit that they want. So can't be too mad that they're going super small when they're definitely going to have all the bells and whistles and shit that they want. So
I mean, that's what's important. Like,
yeah.
The party afterwards is the whole thing. Yeah, the ceremony is, I don't know, formal. It's
Yeah.
I'm just
It's
glad
only-
he
well, I
found
mean,
someone.
it sounds like you're saying the party's not going to be, it's going to be that small too, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It is all like get done with the ceremony, go to the other room, do the reception and shit. Deck's gonna change out of his suit and hand me his suit, and I will drive it back here to Mansfield to return it. Then they are leaving to go on their honeymoon, which is a new development because originally they were not planning on having a honeymoon.
Where are they going?
They are going to, I believe it's Tennessee.
Okay. What time of
They've
the year is
got
this?
August, late August.
You.
They're gonna be
I'll in
up in the
Tennessee in
mountains.
August. Yeah,
They're gonna be up. Yeah.
They doing the Gatlinburg thing?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, they're gonna be, mountains, hiking, doing all the crazy stuff. Because that's what they do. That is their weekend adventures. They just go places and do hikes and shit like that.
Well, it's beautiful down there.
Yeah, they're gonna. I'm so looking forward to seeing what they do. They have a better plan than what my wife and I had for ours. So
I was in a hot tub while it was snowing out during mine, so
nice.
April's kind of hit or miss.
We went to a hotel for the weekend. And because my wife is type 1 diabetic and was pregnant, she promptly went to sleep, and I sat in the honeymoon suite jacuzzi by myself, where I ended up falling asleep. Because that's the shit that nobody talks about. Like, you get done with your wedding, reception, and everything, and you're just like, I'm fucking done.
Oh yeah, no, we just laid around for a couple of days and watched movies and just ate the leftover food. Like,
yeah,
it was spent a lot of time doing all the planning, making sure everything went right. Like, I'm glad we didn't plan to go traveling somewhere crazy and doing a bunch of stuff because we would not have had the energy for it.
Right.
Yeah, Karen and I went up to the lake. There's a resort we had up there on Lake Erie, and went out to Put-in Bay and Kelly's Island and shopped around. Yeah, just a week away.
Yeah, we are probably going to finally have like a week-long getaway, the two of us, next summer.
We're doing our family one in Michigan this year. We got a spot in like the middle of it, and so we can hit like the 3 different, like, I don't know, 3 different watery areas that are popular without having to stay in one.
Nice.
Because I want to go find some rocks.
Okay. Yeah, we are doing a cruise.
Nope. I already told the wife I do not wish to cruise.
It's like a bucket list thing for her, so whatever.
I don't like.
She
she went on a cruise once before. I don't want to be in the open ocean. I don't want to be around a bunch of idiots I don't like trapped on a boat. So many things.
Yeah, I
don't want to stand in line for everything.
Like sitting in somebody else's soup in a pool somewhere on another boat. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like we would consider like one of the Norwegian cruises.
Sure.
Cruise up by like the Northern Lights and shit. Like,
yep.
That's the only thing I would consider.
I like to go on that one that's like in Norway or whatever, that the river cruise thing. Long boats where you pilot it.
I tried to have some input on where we would go. None of my destinations were acceptable.
What were your top two choices?
Top two would be a Alaskan cruise or Arctic cruise.
Or what cruise?
Antarctica.
Oh, okay. I thought you said a dick cruise because that's all I heard.
That's all I heard too. Get it cut out there for a second.
Leaving
for
from
the listeners.
Argentina or the Falklands and going down and checking out Antarctica. Not
Was she
paying
worried you'd fall off the map and never come back?
No,
Doesn't like turtles?
She wow. No, none of that. More the temperature, the weather.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I
mean,
trip to my bucket list. I want to go to the village where they filmed Hot Fuzz. I see they have like a tour through the whole thing. I'm like, I would love to go there, just spend a few days and then go back to London or something.
sure.
I would love to go to some of the places I write about.
Yeah.
Because when I try and write about some place, I don't just pick a place and write. Like I'll pull up Google Maps, I'll go down street level and like look around neighborhoods and like follow roads to get an impression of like what traveling down the road would look like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to try and sound authentic.
Sure.
I get it. I think that's why Stephen King sets all his stuff in his home state, right?
Probably.
Write what you know.
Right, that's what they say. And then it's just like I said an entire book in Wales.
Yeah.
I don't know shit. I spent so much time at fucking Street View looking at little villages in Wales. I really want to go there now.
Well,
Be a
learn
good time.
Welsh before you go.
I don't even think the people of Wales learned Welsh.
A lot of them speak it.
Yeah, I would really like to go to the Falklands. Almost got her convinced.
Isn't that mostly sheep?
Sheep
What do you
or
think he
penguins.
wants to go there for?
Oh, okay. Penguins.
Yeah. So there's spots on the south side of the Falkland Islands that were previously farmland, and somewhat large size farms, and they have been overrun by penguins, and the government will subsidize your farmland for the penguins. So you essentially become a penguin farmer.
Okay.
You don't do anything with them. You don't fuck with the land. You just have agreed and entered into a contract with the government to allow the penguins to occupy your land. To me, that sounds like a great fucking job. I want to sign up.
I mean, I feel like you're going to learn that, like, oh, penguins shit everywhere and they all smell and they're loud.
Oh yeah, they're worse
Sure.
than Canadian geese.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
I don't have to be near them.
Well, you can't like run penguin tours or something. That's what they're saying. You can't do that kind of
Correct.
thing. You just have to basically,
you
you have to let them do what they want to do.
Yes, the penguins.
But we'll pay you to live here to let them do that.
We'll pay you to live here. We'll pay you
Who is the governing body over the Falklands? Is it
the United Kingdom?
Okay, that's what
I
I
was
thought.
going to say they fought a whole war about it.
Yep. That they did.
That's by Argentina, right?
Yes, it's off the east coast of Argentina. Yeah. Everything about this is sounding like a good time to me.
Iceland sounds cool.
Yeah, I could probably do Iceland.
My friend at work went there a couple years ago, and then he only went because somebody else we work with had gone there the previous year. Said it's really beautiful, and because it's so isolated, it's a very unique experience.
Yeah, the Nordic countries are one of the places we want to go. In the very early stages, they are talking about the choir going to Japan in 2 years. So we might try and plan a trip parallel to that.
That would be dope as shit.
Yeah, it's one of those places I always kind of wanted to go, but like it wasn't high enough on my list to like actually plan it. And
sure.
Yeah, I'm feeling like because my kid wants to learn Japanese already before this was even a thing, so
that's my major hindrance to anything like that. Is I really don't want to go somewhere like that and not at least have a beginner's grasp of the language.
I feel like Japan's one of the ones where like there's so much English tourism that like you're gonna be fine almost anywhere.
Yeah,
people are talking like even remote villages. There's somebody there
Oh,
that speaks
okay.
English.
I want to say that those touristy spots aren't where I want to fucking go. Like,
Right,
I want to go to Italy, but I want to skirt around the smaller towns that still have the Roman relics that no one comes to see anymore. Kind of thing.
Just I never wanted to go to Italy. I just don't.
I
don't know.
Find it fascinating where Western culture started.
Oh, there'd be a bunch of stuff I'd find interesting. I just don't feel like I'm a fan of the Italian folk.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we're probably fucking Italians.
I think I've still got some family over there.
Yeah. The wife kind of wanted to go there because, a roommate in college that used to go there a lot because of family stuff in the summer. And sounds nice, but I just...
Amanda?
A lot of other places I'd like to go in Europe before that.
I can see that.
Yeah, Europe is a big, draw for me. London.
Yeah, I'd like to.
France. Hell, I hear Spain is wonderful.
Yeah, I'd probably do that. I want to go back to Amsterdam again because, like, the whole layout of that city is just really cool. And, like, I love the Van Gogh Museum.
That'd be awesome.
Like, I want to go back there.
That would be
I want to
cool
go back to France.
Sit and kind of immerse in that, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like
France is one of the places.
Rings of canals.
I'm just not like super interested in going to France.
I just want to see the vineyards and the catacombs and
the Paris catacombs
and all that kind of shit.
The Paris catacombs, like that's something. Okay, I could go, I could do that, but that's like a day.
Right. Well, that's the nice thing is you can go there, you can hang out for 2-3 days and just hop on a train and go to another country.
Yeah, Go see
True.
Switzerland. Go see
Like that's the best part is literally
Greece.
Paris to Amsterdam is like a 4-hour train ride. And
Huh.
what do you know? You're in a whole other place. Plus,
Yeah.
most of the incoming flights, at least when I was around, was going in through Amsterdam anyway. So maybe you go to Amsterdam first, you take the train to Paris, then you take the train even farther over to Spain. Get a nice little thing going.
Yeah. I would like to go to Mongolia.
To what?
Mongolia?
Oh, Mongolia. There are some spots in like Eastern Europe that I think would be really cool. I just don't know enough to figure out what that would take to coordinate.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them aren't EU anymore, so.
Yeah. I know Athena would like to go to modern day Romania. Her great grandmother, no, her grandmother, I don't know, one of the two, is from Transylvania.
That makes sense.
So she would like to go check that out. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, but I'm pretty easy to please on that shit. Like, I don't care.
I think I would like an Eastern Europe and a Western Europe, like 2 separate trips type of thing. But I definitely think, I don't know. I feel like the people would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they're not like, oh, look, a stupid American. Yes, I know I'm stupid. Yes, I know. Thank you.
Honestly, I think the Eastern Europeans would like us more than the Western Europeans.
Probably.
Yeah. Especially now.
Right.
Make America great.
Well, they're much closer to the fascist rule that we have than some of the Western Europeans are. So,
yeah,
they remember that time in their lifetime. We're just bringing it back.
Berlin and Prague and Vienna, that kind of shit. Just that little tour there.
Oh, I did have some news that I forgot I hadn't had a chance to tell you guys yet. I was able to confirm who my mom's biological father was.
Oh,
awesome!
Interesting.
I don't remember what the options were. Was it one of them?
Yes, it was.
Okay. You had it narrowed down to like 2 people, right?
Yes, brothers.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
DNA-wise, it's going to be.
Yeah, it was purely based on DNA. We were to figure out, okay, it's one of these 2 people. So then, I just kept waiting and watching, and the DNA sites, and I guess so. That would mean that if it was their son, that'd be my uncle, right? Yeah. They showed up on one of the ancestry things, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, there we go. Mystery solved. There's too much DNA for that to be anything else.
It is funny how many people are just kind of hanging out and updating their ancestry sites, hoping to see the right thing pop up someday.
Yeah. Yep.
Just waiting for that one kid to be like, hey, maybe I should upload my DNA. And they're like, cool, got him.
Yeah. Yeah. I reached out and sent a message and was just like, hey, just a heads up, not sure if you knew. They did not respond, which is fine. I'm not mad.
Like you sent it out on the DNA website, or?
Yeah, I sent him a message.
Okay. Well, because like I have found that I didn't know that I had gotten certain messages at times from like, ants 3 times removed type of thing.
Mm.
Like, it may not be that they ignored it. It may be that, like, they're real shitty about letting you know you have a message.
Gotcha. Yeah, figured that out. That was kind of cool. So yeah, biology solved.
Hooray!
Yeah. Downside, it is the brother that passed away from some significant health complications. So, there's
Like hereditary or self-inflicted?
hereditary.
Okay.
So
a bit of a mixed
we'll
bag.
have to, yeah, we'll have to let the doctor know. Oh, hey, by the way, figured this out. Here's what this guy died of.
Yeah, but at least it's something that you can put on the watch list.
Right.
So,
right.
More information.
That is the bonus at this point.
Because, I mean, you were going to have the same risk whether or not you knew it.
Right. I have not found a way to explain it to my sister, who will hypochondriac herself into these symptoms if I don't approach this delicately.
Fun.
I mean, my sister is already struggling with the fact that she has the same heart condition that our mom did. I do not.
Knowing
Is
is
that a
half the
women's
battle.
side of things?
What's that?
Was that a women, like the
Nope.
female side? Or no?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, just a aortic bicuspid valve.
That's just a genetic lottery.
Yeah.
Okay. Because some stuff's, more likely on the
Right.
woman's side versus.
Right. But yeah, so, gotta have that conversation. Yay.
Is the new problems like a thing you can test for much, or just something to keep an eye on?
I'm fairly confident that you'll be able to at least, like, now we know that this is a thing, so we can watch and look for the signs and, make sure that we don't miss something in the health screening.
Okay.
But I'm not super worried. I will be here, and then one day I will die.
Really don't have a say in it. Much.
Yep. So. Oh shit, what time is it here? It's almost dog walk.
It's dog walking time. Sounds like someone's ready to meet their end.
Who's that?
I don't know. Here's somebody screaming in the background.
Oh, they're listening to music and laughing like school children.
That's what we'll tell the cops. Okay.
Yeah.
They were
Chad,
playing, I swear.
you want to let your dogs out?
I think that's a plan.
Fantastic. Then I'll end things here. We've been two fools rushing in.
Party hard. Or don't. I'm not your mom.
There you go. He's not your mom.